is a company that basically has your face. And I would bet that they have your face. And this article is basically going to prove that Clearview AI has your face. And me recording this and putting this on the public internet also guarantees that my face is somewhere in Clearview AI's system. But if I was an Illinois resident, not anymore. So this is directly from the ACLU.org. A big win. Settlement ensures Clearview AI complies with groundbreaking Illinois biometric privacy law. As part of the settlement in ACLU v. Clearview, Clearview AI, the company is now permanently banned nationwide from making its faceprint database available to most businesses and other private actors. If you had the bag, you had access to basically every U.S. citizen's face that you wanted, bar none. Like this, I'm not joking around. This company has the largest database on the planet of faces, and this lawsuit was a good one. Under the legal settlement filed in court today, Clearview AI, a secretive face surveillance company claiming to have captured more than 10 billion face prints. I will say that again. It's with a B if you didn't hear that. 10 billion face prints from people's online photos across the globe. They have agreed to a new set of restrictions to ensure the company is in alignment with the Illinois Biometric Information Privacy Act, a groundbreaking Illinois privacy law. The central provision of the settlement restricts Clearview from selling its faceprint database not just in Illinois, but across the United States. Among the provisions in this binding settlement, which will become final when approved by the court, Clearview is permanently banned nationwide from making its faceprint database available to most businesses and other private entities. So if you were a private citizen or business and you had that bag, Clearview is like, gimme. I'll show you some faces. So hopefully that will stop, but we know how this goes. The company will also cease selling access to its database to any entity in Illinois, including state and local police, for 5 years. Yeah, baby! It'd be nice if Massachusetts did this. So, if you live in Illinois, your face cannot be in the database, not only not allowing access to state and local police, it's to any business or citizen in Illinois. So you're all set. If you're in Illinois, you can fucking yeet that shit out of there. I did go through the process of attempting to get my identity taken off there just because I figured I'd see what the process was. You know, real journalism reporting. And you have to send them a picture of your face and your ID. So up to you if you'd like to actually do that and confirm yourself on their database. But back to the article. The company will also cease selling, blah, 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 blah. We already did that. By requiring Clearview to comply with Illinois' path-breaking biometric privacy law, not just in the state, but across the country, the settlement demonstrates that strong privacy laws can provide real protections against abuse, said Nathan Frieder, the deputy director of the ACLU Speech, Privacy, and Technology Project. Clearview can no longer treat people's unique biometric identifiers as an unrestricted source of profit. Other companies would be wise to take note, and other states should follow Illinois' lead in enacting strong biometric privacy laws. Their argument is you're posting all this stuff publicly to the internet, so you're publicly posting it to the internet, so they're not breaking any laws. Well, yet, kind of, but if your Facebook, I don't know how Snapchat works at that point, but Instagram, your Twitter, all that stuff is not private. It's just getting sucked off by companies like this, just going ham on it and selling it to someone, and someone's willing to buy it. Where are we going? All right, fuck off. I gotta get used to this new remote, but there's a battle being fought in courtrooms and state houses across the country about who is going to control biometrics, big tech or the people being tracked by them or the government. And this represents one of the biggest victories for consumers to date, said Jay Ellie from a national recognized leader in consumer privacy litigation that recently obtained a $650 million settlement in a BIPA case with Facebook, which has also announced it will curtail its facial recognition practices nationwide. I remember back in the day when Facebook would just be like, oh shit, this person's in your photo too? Well, they're in the system. That was illegal. The restrictions are detailed in an agreement resolving a lawsuit filed against Clearview in May 2020 on behalf of groups representing survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault, undocumented immigrants, current and former sex workers, and other vulnerable communities uniquely harmed by facial recognition surveillance. Yes, I'm happy that this is helping those people, but this shouldn't just be those people. It's everyone. Everyone just shouldn't have any of this stuff done to them. It doesn't matter what community you're a part of. No one should have this happen to them. The lawsuit alleged that Clearview reportedly violated the BIPA, a law adopted in 2008 to ensure that Illinois residents would not have their biometric identifiers, including face prints, captured and used without their knowledge and permission. This law is from 2008, so this isn't even like a new law that like just happened because of the Clearview. This is an old law, and in 2008, I don't know if you remember this, but social media was like not a fucking thing. So it is kind of weird that they're taking an old law and using it like this, but I guess this is what's necessary. This settlement is a big win for the most vulnerable people in Illinois. Much of our work is centered on protecting privacy and ensuring the safety of survivors of domestic abuse. Before this agreement, Clearview ignored the fact that biometric information can be misused to create dangerous situations, threaten to their lives. Today, there's no longer the case. All right. Under the settlement agreement filed in Illinois State Court today, Clearview will be permanently banned from granting paid or free access to its gargantuan facial recognition database for private entities, including both private companies and private individuals nationwide, subject to a narrow exceptions containing in the BIPA. So I don't know what those exceptions are, but I'm sure some of the largest companies on the planet will somehow get into that exception thing. But granting free access, have you ever used something for like, all right, I don't know what it is. I need to use this service. It's got free 30 days. Bet I'm going to use a gift card or some like random card number and give them that. Not going to charge it. And then after 30 days, I've used the service. I'm not paying for it. I'm out. I cancel my account. I could just get a free trial to the largest facial recognition database on the planet. Sign me up. Who wouldn't sign up for that? Clearview will be banned from granting access to its database to any state or local government entity in Illinois, including law enforcement, for a period of 5 years. This means that within Illinois law, Clearview cannot take advantage of BIPA's exception for government contracts during that time. So in 5 years, I guess it's just gone and they can start doing it again. And Clearview is banned from accessing its Clearview will be banned from granting access to its database to local government. Okay, we already read that, you idiot. This scrolling I'm going to have to get used to. Clearview will be banned for granting access to its database to any private entity in Illinois for 5 years, meaning Clearview cannot take advantage of any of BIPA's exemptions allowing sale to certain types of businesses during that time. Clearview will maintain an opt-out request form, this is what I talked about earlier, on its website, allowing residents to upload a photo and fill out a form to ensure that their face print will be blocked from appearing in Clearview's search results. So you can get taken off one list, but then you get put on another list that's definitely got less people in it. Up to you if you live in Illinois or Chicago and you want to do this. The company will also commit $50,000 to pay for internet ads publicizing the opt-out mechanism. Clearview, I don't even think that's that much money for ads. It's probably spend that shit on Facebook. It's all gone 5 hours. Clearview is prohibited from using the photos people upload as part of this opt-out process for any purpose other than the opt-out program. I'm sure, yeah. Thank God that was at least put in there. I don't know how they're going to do with that, but Clearview will end its practice of offering free trial accounts to individual police officers without the knowledge or approval of their employers. What? I should have became a police officer if I get access to all this shit. Free trial accounts to individual police officers without the knowledge or approval of their employers. Over the next 5 years, Clearview will continue its current measures to attempt to filter out photographs that were taken in and uploaded from Illinois. This shit's just like fucked up. Recently, Clearview announced that it was on track to have 100 billion face prints in its database within a year. So they're going from 10 billion to 100 billion in one fucking year. This is just scary. I mean, whatever. We're in a fucking matrix at this point. God damn it. And sure, I guess my gripe is everyone. I constantly I'm very, very paranoid. Well, I guess I'm not incredibly paranoid. I'm definitely paranoid. And I'm sure if you've watched the show, you could probably tell that. But when companies are making billions of dollars off simple shit like this, just because I posted some dumbass picture on my public Instagram that no one fucking cares about, now I'm in the system and just getting sucked off for billions of dollars. People don't care about it, but it's happening. And then they just complain all the time about this shit happening. Like, well, I still continue to do it anyways. Just be a little bit more, I don't know, be a little more cautious and conscious about the stuff you're posting publicly on the internet. I don't know why I have to say that. It should be a given, but there's a lot of money to be made off this stuff, and clearly it's not just money. There's a lot of backdoor stuff that can be done, and I'm sure the instances where individual police officers having free access to the system is probably not for any real legal reason. I think you get what I'm saying there. Yeah. Enough to ensure almost everyone in the world will be identifiable. These images, equivalent to 14 photos for each 7 billion people on Earth, would enable covert and remote surveillance of Americans on a scale unlike ever seen before. And you know what? I shit on China for this all the time, but at least it's the Chinese government doing it. This is just some company probably being funded by who knows what governments at this point. At least if it was the US, I'd feel a little bit more happy that it's at least something I'm paying for. I guess I'm still paying for this somehow, but whatever. 14 photos for every single person on Earth is just crazy. Clearly, that's not fully accurate. That's just a numbers game. But reports suggest that neither the U.S. government nor any American company has ever compiled such a massive trove of biometrics. BIPA requires companies that collect, capture, and obtain an Illinois resident's biometric identifier, such as fingerprint, faceprint, or iris scan, to notify that individual and obtain their written consent. This is because the involuntary and surreptitious, I can't believe I got that correct on the first time, probably didn't, but whatever, capture of biometric identifiers, which cannot be changed, can pose greater risks to an individual's security, privacy, and safety than the capture of other identifiers such as names and addresses would be simpler. 14 years ago, ACLU, whatever. Okay, so big story. Didn't see too much mainstream coverage of it. It's definitely something to think about. There's not just Clearview AI doing this. There's a lot of other companies doing this. They're just the ones with the largest data set.